Hello all you beautiful people out there. I hope you have had or are having a fantastic day. If you're new around here, welcome. My name is Salim, the teenager who talks about teenage stuff because there simply isn't enough of it on the internet. Guys, I hope you've been having a fantastic day. It's so nice to see all of you again. We're gonna make this a regular thing. Salim Abar on TikTok. If you're not already following, then what are you doing? I'm gonna be posting a lot more fun, cool stuff there. It's gonna be a vibe. It's gonna be a vibe, that's for sure. If you guys do want to see some extra behind the scenes stuff that goes on in my life, some of the quips and things that don't make it onto YouTube, please do drop me a follow on there. I'll be posting a lot more content. Yo, so have you guys heard of this thing called COVID-19? I have. Who am I even kidding? COVID-19 has done absolute madness to students, especially regarding exams. I was one of those students that got their exams canceled last year. Can't say I'm not happy about it because I kind of am, because I would have been kind of screwed. But anyways, I did get my MYP exams canceled, which is the equivalent to GCSEs or IGCSEs for those of you British folk out there. So yeah, that did get canceled. That was an interesting time. The IB kept us on our toes, but this year, they've gone for a little bit of a different approach, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about IGCSE exams and A-Level exams. I'm not too familiar with the IGCSE A-Level system, so I did do what research I could to find out what's happening with those exams, just to let you guys know. And then also the MYP exams and the IB exams, that's more down my lane. I'll be telling you what's happening with those this year. Also guys, if you are new around here, I'd appreciate it so much if you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and turn on post notifications. Okay, let's get on with the video. All the information, all the screenshots that you'll see popping up throughout today's video, I'll link in the description down below. So go click on those links to find out some more in-depth information. Also, thank you to Ashish for recommending this video idea. My guy, absolutely incredible idea. Thank you so much. I know it's gonna help a lot of people out there. Okay, let's start with IGCSEs and A-Levels. This is gonna be kind of a short segment because I don't know much about it, but I do know that IGCSEs, oh my God, and A-Levels are canceled worldwide. To my knowledge, of course. I know they're definitely 100% canceled in the UAE. They're not happening. It's the summer session. If that means anything to any of you guys, the summer session has been canceled for this year. This announcement, according to my research, came out a while back. The oldest article I found was on January the 5th, I believe, of 2021. So UK's gone into lockdown about 7 times, it seems. So I'm assuming that's why IGCSEs got canceled. That's also what the article says. Big old Boris Johnson was like, nope. They're not happening. Students were like, yep, thank you so much, Big Boris. So they're not happening. IGCSEs, A-Levels, I'm sure you guys already knew that because your school probably already told you, not like IB and MYP schools that save it all to the last minute and keep students on their toes. Speaking of the IB and MYP, we're gonna be moving on to the MYP next. Okay, so the MYP exams for 2021, we're gonna be talking about the May session, then we're also gonna be talking about the November session. So for the main session, the session that was supposed to happen literally next month, there's kind of a dual route system, which is quite similar to the DP, something we'll talk about later in this video. So as far as I'm aware, e-assessments are still happening for May 2021. E-assessments are still on, guys. Make sure you're listening to what your school is saying because they're the ones that are going to be giving you the information about whether they're happening in your school. Now, this is completely dependent on whether your country is able to do these exams. The government will announce, or at least should announce, whether or not these exams are happening. In the event that your school doesn't choose to do the MYP exams, the IB are offering something called an alternative task. From what I've read, this alternative task is a condensed version of the e-assessment that you guys can do at home on your laptops. So that's the approach they're going for this year. So either full-on e-assessments or this alternative task. I don't know if they're offering a third possible route. I didn't see anything on their website, but your school may just completely cancel the exams if they're given instructions from the government. However, there are a couple key things to keep in mind, guys. Personal project, still being assessed. However, they have been more lenient on some of the grading. For example, primary research, where you have to go out, do surveys, collect data. Of course, that's not as easy to do anymore, so they're being a little bit more lenient on the marking concerning that area. Guys, as far as I'm aware, e-portfolios, they aren't changing, still being assessed, so make sure. Well, now at this point in time, e-portfolios are done, but they're still being assessed, so they're gonna make up a large part of your grade, especially if your school doesn't choose to do the e-assessments and take that alternative task. And guys, last but not least, service in action, still happening, but the guidelines are slightly more flexible. Literally flexible quotation marks, that's what's on the IB website. So I don't know what counts as flexible, but I'm sure that they're aware that service in action probably isn't the easiest thing to do. Same thing for CAS and the DP. I can speak from experience on this one. They're making CAS a lot more lenient, especially the service-based activities, because you know, service-based, they always involve community-based work, That's a lot more difficult nowadays. And to all my UAE viewers out there, as far as I'm aware, I don't know whether or not MYP exams are canceled across the whole country. I know that DP exams are for sure. We'll be talking about that a little later on in the video, but for my school in particular, they're taking the alternative route. Correct me if I'm wrong, any of you watching in the comments down below, but I think they're gonna be taking the alternative route. Again, I'm not following MYP as much as I was anymore because now all my focus is mainly on the DP, but I'm fairly sure they're taking the alternative route. Now guys, we're gonna be moving on to the November session. As far as the November session is concerned, IB haven't made any official statements yet, but if things continue to go on as they are right now, I think it's a pretty safe bet to assume that they're gonna go with the same thing they are for the May session. So they're probably gonna offer an alternative route. They're probably gonna offer e-assessment still. Personal project, service in action, and your e-portfolios are still probably gonna count for as much as they do now. Okay, on to DP, the juicy stuff. I'm sure a lot of the year 13s at our school are probably celebrating right now because the May session has officially been canceled in the UAE. In the UAE, that is. However, the IB are still offering a dual route system. Very controversial, I know. So schools can either opt to do the exams if they're capable of hosting them or not, and go off of predicted IAs and extended essay like they did last year. Is this exactly fair? I don't know. How is this going to be judged by unis? How is this going to be taken into account all over the world? I don't know. If you have some schools doing the exams, some schools going off of predicted. If you predict too high, predict too low, then the exams, exams are usually accurate. That's why we do exams. But I don't know how it's gonna work, man. I'm sure a lot of you guys have controversial opinions on this whole dual route DP system, so pop them down in the comments below. Let's have a laugh. Let's see what we think about these exams. So this was confirmed in February that they'll be going with this dual route system, and if your school isn't capable of hosting these exams, then they're gonna go with the marking of IAs, marking of extended essays, and then offer your predicted grades. There was another update issued in March of 2021 that said they were continuing to work with schools to figure out the best system for them. Just another bunch of IB jargon that they're putting out into the world. What can you do? And guys, it looks like this is all going to be dependent on your location. So if you go to a school in a country where the COVID cases are particularly bad, it's probably gonna be based off your IAs, your extended essay, and of course your predicted grades. The last bit of information I have for you guys is that if your school does do the exams, then apparently the grade boundaries are going to be adjusted slightly to make them more generous. I don't know if this is also going to come with more generous mark schemes. They haven't said that on their website, but they have said that they're going to be way more generous with the grade boundaries to account for any missed learning or whatever there was with COVID-19. So depends on how generous they make these boundaries. If you guys missed a lot of content during that initial lockdown period and you didn't catch up on it, it's gonna be a problem, you know? So I don't know how they're planning on doing it. I don't know how they're planning on dealing with it. All I know is that they are planning on making the boundaries more generous according to their website. Now guys, that is about all the information I have for you today. I hope you guys took away something from this video. I hope you're walking away a little bit more informed. Some of you are probably walking away a lot more relieved than when you came in. What a strange time. What a strange time to be alive, especially if you're a student. This is definitely gonna be one in the history books. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a comment down below. Tell me your controversial opinions about this whole IB, about this whole exam shenanigan that's happening at the moment. Hope you guys have an awesome week ahead of you. I hope you had an even better week. Please remember, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, it really helps support the channel, and I will see all of you guys later.